So I'm probably gonna get on the topic of Nease culture in this video, and I'll leave the second half of that political video that I just did on to another video. So let's get into it. Your boy, the man, NJ to the city. Uh, so Nease culture, Nease culture, Nease culture, Nease culture. It's me, your boy, the man, NJ to the city, Nease ambassador. So here's the thing, I ain't gonna lie. To get into it, I had a breakdown sometime last year around October, where I was looking up and down one of my Instagrams, and I saw a bunch of my friends who had graduated. Um, and obviously, I don't think you saw Nease anywhere in their bios anymore. And I'm thinking to myself, the breakdown was over. Have I just wasted the last couple years since I graduated, if I'm not mistaken, still caring about this school so much when it seems like I'm the only one, you know, that cares about this school so much? If I just wasted the last couple years of my life caring so much about this school when it's very evident I'm like a one in a million, and so on. So I had that little breakdown. God bless my friend Amelia, who helped me get through it. And I guess you could also say, yeah, I had the breakdown, but as time goes on, as time went on, and as time is now, I would tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I've read way too many school reviews that tell me that I'm doing what I do for a purpose and for a reason. That means, Nate, if you don't do it, then that means these kids are never going to learn how to enjoy school. They're never going to learn to believe in themselves, and they're never going to find any hope and healing, in the fallen world we live in. Because, Nate, when you go around these kids and you speak to their parents, you inspire hope, healing, love, character, humility. People want to be around you, let alone people feel the Holy Spirit when they're around you. And I might be making that part up, but who am I kidding? I might not be, because I preach a lot. So people want to hear you speak. They want to hear you preach. They want to, hear all the good rhymes that you're coming up with. When you absolutely go out there on those sporting events and you do, spit a couple rhymes as you're cheering on your friends. But the point there is that I had a little breakdown thinking to myself, I do this as a one in a million. Is it still worth it? Or have I just lied to myself this entire time about, the true purpose of what I was doing, considering the fact that almost no other alumni seems to be disattached to their alumni, or their school, as I am. But as I had thought about it, day after day, month after month, no, I'm exactly doing what I need to be doing, where I want to be doing it, and God couldn't be more greater. Because if we don't inspire these kids to learn to love life, love school, love each other, love their teachers, love their academics, truly become sharp in all areas of life, school, and sports. If we don't start somewhere with inspiring these kids in those matters, in that order, you're going to have so many more kids, ladies and gentlemen, that literally go into, a bunch of go down a lot of dark roads, into a lot of dark paths, and, and they're going to struggle with a lot of dark things. And that's one of the reasons why you could definitely say I preach the gospel the way I do, because whatever I can do to, I want to say rebuke the devils, wash away the sins, and give you a new beacon of hope to chase, with God's love, towards, everlasting life in God's light. That's what I'm here to do. And so on, whether you're already struggling with something or whether you are not struggling with anything, but you just, don't mind having that extra, grit of motivation in your life, which is what I provide. And the point there is absolutely Nease culture is something I'm absolutely 110% still committed to, addicted to. And if you haven't heard the song titled Nease's Home, Nease's Family, I want you to understand, I cannot, well, I can post it here on YouTube, but the problem is I can't post it as like a just straight post. I have to attach it in the description section, because this past summer, back in June, if I'm not mistaken, the system crashed on my iPad, where I can no longer upload to YouTube on that particular iPad. I have to get another one, or I have to get whatever Google tablet that that has YouTube on it like that, or whatever. We'll see when that day comes, because it definitely will come somewhere in 2020. One, either that or I'll just start posting everything to eventually again to Apple Music and Spotify and yada yada. We'll see, but I might try to get it again as many places as I can. So I don't think I'll give up on posting it on sound on YouTube just yet. Again, because I ain't gonna lie, I would like to have my music everywhere it can possibly be. Whether it's YouTube, it's SoundCloud, it's Apple Music, iTunes, I don't care. I want to have it as many places as I possibly can. Audio Mac as well, many places as possibly. But Nease's Home, Nease's Family is a song that I definitely released, and it's a song that again reaffirms me as the face of Nease, face of the franchise, as I specifically sing about it in the song. The franchise is the school, and I want people to understand I'm NJ2TheCity. I'm the life of the party everywhere I go, and a big part of what that means is fall freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and possible seniors. But if there is any seniors that don't know me, it's because you transferred in. Because everybody from the class of 2021 that I went to school with knows who I am, etc. But definitely all freshmen, sophomores, and juniors who do not know who I am, you're gonna know me one way or another. I can assure you, you're gonna know who your ambassador is, whether it's once again through sporting events or through this music blowing up, so big where just like Preston Tiller said, my song playing everywhere you go, so you can't ignore me, and that's a big part of what it is. I love you all very dearly, and I do believe when I get back to Florida, I'm gonna be as famous as I've ever been in the community, because I'm destined for it in so many ways. Whether it's just Nease, whether it's Nease, VRA, PVA, Palm Valley, Landrum, Ponte Vedra High School. The point is, I'm your boy NJ2TheCity, and I got the deals, I got the charm, I got the looks, I got the swagger. And even though I want you to understand, even though I'm bragging about myself, it isn't you have to know, it isn't the message of the brand isn't you have to know me for me. You have to know me because I am trying to help more children, grow, thrive, prosper, and succeed. I'm not talking myself up in a matter, or not trying to talk myself up in a matter of you just have to know NJ. You have to know your ambassador. No, but it is a matter if you know your ambassador. I got that feeling that you would enjoy Nease a lot better because you would know there's someone that actually cares about you that, dare I say, possibly does exist in the higher upper echelon of these school. Even if I don't, not officially on anyone's payroll, you get it in terms of like there's somebody who is larger than life at this school who represents it and who actually cares about you, because God bless the hierarchy of our school, but I know I've been hearing horror stories since I left. Graduated part of class of 2018. And that's a big part of Nease culture for me is that, I see the culture that college has with its alma maters and people taking pride in where they come from, whether it's because it's strictly sports or whether it's because of academics and sports or just plainly academics. But I want people to understand we have to start shoveling more of that same college culture into our high schools and into our middle schools, let alone all K through 12 in general. If we can do that, then ladies and gentlemen, we're going to create so much more, sustainable success in our, I want to say inner cities, but literally everywhere. It doesn't matter where you live. We're going to create so much, happiness, everywhere where you go, no matter where you live, no matter what school you go to. We're going to create so much happiness, in that formula, following that diagram, building by that blueprint. If we learn how to start, helping you learn how to enjoy life, in some type of God first way, but most definitely in this specific particular way, like that, in school. It has to start in school. School is the one guaranteed place that we know all children are going, 9 out of 10 every day if you're homeschooled, etc. You're going every day, if not 10 out of 10, really. We know you're going every day, etc. Because church is definitely fully as optional as it gets. But yes, school. And you're there for so long. We have to start in school, and I want people to understand, all community leaders that might watch this video, we have to start somewhere with instilling true grassroots knowledge, character, morals. I understand there's certain things that should be left up for the home, as in the home that the child lives in, the parents, the guardians, whatever, big brothers, big sisters, biologically, that is, because I call myself everybody's big brother practically. But you get the point. There's some things that should be left up to them. The home parents, the home parents, and so on, home guardians to teach your children. But we have them through, if I'm not mistaken, 8 hours a day. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm so sick and tired of kids telling me how much they hate their school. They do not like their teachers. Their teachers don't teach. The dean's out to get them, and they get bullied, harassed, and you can name everything else there. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that, and a big part of hearing that, ladies and gentlemen, is we have to do something about it, because St. Johns County has not been immune to anything of what I just said. Even though we are, numbers-wise, the #1 in the whole state of Florida for education, that's the problem. We seem to be sacrificing our kids' mental health for high education numbers. And what the heck is the point in graduating with an A, B honor roll, or a straight A honor roll, if you go commit suicide the next day? There's no point in it, because that's garbage. You're not going to sacrifice kids' mental health for high education ratings and so on. At least I know I'm not. So God bless St. Johns County School District, but you get the point I'm trying to name there. Everything that I just spat is something that St. Johns County School District is not immune to, etc. That's what I mean. We might have some of the nicest, state-of-the-art, cleanest schools on the surface, but you better, take a look deeper than the surface and realize maybe some of the ways that we run some of our schools might not be the best, might not be the cleanest, and might just be, dare I say, a whole mirage to get you to enroll your kid there, and so on. Possibly do it by your own discretion, build on your own discernment, and learn what you need to learn from that. But a big part of what I'm trying to say with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am NJ2TheCity. And if I believe in anything, I believe that these kids deserve to have a good school life, because their schools have to become, in 2021 and further above beyond, these schools have got to start becoming their home and their families, their second home, their home away from home, even if you live across the street, because some schools are right there across the street. But you get the point. The schoolhouse has got to start being your school home. And all the people that occupy the school home, have to start being your school family. And you have to learn how to start taking pride in that, let alone start taking pride, in God first, anything and everything that you can pull out of a hat that your school does do well, and build upon that. Whoever watches this from whatever school, whatever community, listen to everything I just said, and trust me, if you want to drive rates of, I think, possibly, drug abuse, and drug abuse, negative gangs, and a few other things I can name there. If you want to drive a lot, let alone fights, stabbings, and a plethora of other problems, let alone failing grades. If you want to drive a bunch of these numbers down, you've got to start somewhere. And I do believe that the plan that I've laid out, not just in this video, but other videos, absolutely can and will work. And that's why God bless the fact that I'm from Jacksonville, Duval, because I'm definitely gonna, joint venture with not just Jacksonville, Duval, my hometown, but I'm also gonna be doing with as many St. Johns County schools as possible. We gotta work together in some type of way, because I'm not here to neglect any child's mental health for profit. That's not me. You won't catch me slipping on that. That's just a given. I will not sacrifice a child's mental health for profit, numbers and profit. Won't do it. I'm not here to drive numbers. I am here to to help heal your health, let alone to help encourage you about yourself, which will indeed have a chain reaction where you're going to do better on these tests, because you actually believe that you actually know the material now, not only through the hands-on help that I give you through the literature library with, whatever memorization techniques and deeper analysis I can give, but just in general, the confidence that I'm going to instill with you by telling you again, child, love yourself, believe in yourself, and here are the extra little tactics that I've learned from my schooling days you be able to use, to help you again memorize this or whatever the case could be. I think you understand what I'm saying, but the hands-on standpoint that I'm approaching it from. I care about these kids, and I want to start anywhere and everywhere I can. So especially if you do run a school, or especially if you are a parent that has any school that you want me to, try to, get involved in these ways, again, got YouTube, got my social media. Hit me up, and I'd love to become the ambassador of that school to inspire school spirit and inspire these kids to love life, school, and sports. Peace, NJ.